Team USA gets ready to head to Australia and New Zealand for upcoming competition. Rosters are announced, plus a big week in women's college water polo, all coming up next on The Counterattack. Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on The Counterattack. We start first with Team USA gearing up for a trip to Australia and New Zealand, first exhibition games. Both the USA men and women will take on Australia on the Sunshine Coast. Here are the dates for the games, live streaming available for both of these contests. For one of them, you're going to have to stay up a bit late to check out Team USA in action. From there, the squads will head to New Zealand. In the meantime, let's show you the rosters as Team USA gets set to depart. A little bit different for the men and for the women. For the men, they'll have one roster that will compete in Australia and then another that will go to New Zealand. Some of the names here, there is some overlap, of course. Some other athletes will join Team USA in New Zealand. As you can see, Alex Wolf and Drew Holland will be the goalies. Some familiar names on this list, especially as we look towards the New Zealand roster. Luca Cupido, Alex Bowen, Alex Rolsa, Jesse Smith, the veteran, he'll be part of both of these rosters. So Team USA will have a nice mix of young and old as they gear up for their first official competition of 2018. For the USA women, 14 athletes will go to Australia and New Zealand. For the New Zealand portion of things, they will determine a 13-woman roster that will compete in the Intercontinental Tournament. Here's a look at the schedule for these events. For the USA men, they open things with New Zealand in New Zealand. From there, Saudi Arabia, who they don't see very often at all, Japan, and China, and then of course to be determined as we advance in the tourney. For the women, they open with Australia, always a great matchup, New Zealand, Kazakhstan, and then after that, to be determined. We'll have full results and recaps right here on The Counterattack as the action progresses. From there, we turn to college water polo action this past weekend. UCLA taking on San Jose State. This was broadcast live on the Pac-12 Network Los Angeles channel. Some of the screen grabs here, it was all UCLA. They defeated San Jose State 15-4. Alexis Angerman with a huge game. 3 goals, all in front of the cage. She led the Bruin attack. From there, Azusa Pacific taking on Pacific. Highlights here via Water Polo Nation.
2:41 left in the first. Mariana Duarte goes cross-cage with this score. Pacific goes up by 3. This is Hannah Bradley with the shot from the top of the formation. She scores and APU trails 7-2. 5:35 left in the third. Here's a power play opportunity for Pacific. Curie Christmas fires this one from up top and scores. The Tigers extend their lead. 6:44 left in the game. The Tigers are on the counterattack. Kennedy Watson goes one-on-one with the keeper. She scores with a skip shot and Pacific takes the 14-4 lead. And we would go back and forth a few more times before the final buzzer, but the Azusa Pacific Cougars couldn't overcome the deficit.
From there, we go to our Cap 7 college scoreboard. San Jose State had a busy weekend. They played 5 games in 3 days, including the loss to UCLA. They also had 2 of their games go to sudden victory overtime. One of those, a 6-5 win over Marist. Washington and Jefferson defeating Grove City 17-11. This isn't a football score, but Hartwick piles on the points to defeat St. Francis, Pennsylvania 24-18. And then the exact opposite, a low-scoring affair. Cal over Arizona State 6-3. That takes us off to our USA Water Polo National Collegiate Rankings, powered by the Freeman rating system. Stanford, they've remained idle. They don't get back in the pool for a little while. They stay in at 1. USC 2, Cal 3, UCLA 4, Hawaii 5. No changes in the top 5 from a week ago. From there, ASU, Pacific, Michigan, UC Irvine, and UC Davis. More water polo on TV tomorrow night in Southern California. Princeton comes calling to visit USC. Watch it live on the Pac-12 Network, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Now we turn to USA Water Polo news, and a big congratulations to all the 2017 National Award winners. They were announced earlier this month at usawaterpolo.org. Here's a look at all the honorees. They'll be recognized this coming May 19th in Del Mar, California at the USA Water Polo Gala. More information on this event to come, but we hope to see you there to help celebrate some of the best achievements in the game of water polo over the last year, and we'll be sharing all the fun from that night right here on The Counterattack in the weeks to come. And now we close out the program as we do every week with our social media send-off, the best of water polo on the internet. We always appreciate your contributions. Use the hashtag counterattack and tag us at USAWP. We start with best-selling author Jeff Pearlman. His daughter Casey plays water polo, and Jeff tweeting about the joy that Casey has in the game and what he gets out of being a water polo dad. Great stuff there. Maggie Steffens, Ashley Johnson, Kylie Neuschel all doing big things in Europe, and they are headed to the postseason. Coach K sharing this on his Water Polo Coach K Twitter account. Tony Azevedo, his water polo adventures never stop. His latest journey takes him to Israel. sharing some of the good times here via his Water Polo Tony Twitter account. Brown Water Polo, they are swinging for the fences with their hopes for a national anthem singer when they host the Puerto Rican national team coming up in a couple of weeks. My money's on Lin-Manuel Miranda. Hopefully he can make it through to Rhode Island. And last but not least, just an awesome video of open water polo in Hawaii via Gregory Hars. Thanks for sending this one in. Take a look. This will make you want to get outside and play this minute. So there it is, some of the best stuff we saw this week in the world of water polo on the internet. Hard to beat that Hawaii video playing outdoor water polo. Don't forget, send in your submissions. We'll share them right here on the show. That'll do it for this week's episode. Thanks so much for watching. And don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, look weak side.